Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be staying calm during chaos. Well, this email is a success story from a guy. He's been following me for many years, and he says he's been with his wife 5 years and married for 3. He says he dates her at least once a week, and he's remained the same guy that she fell in love with all throughout the relationship, all throughout the 5 years. However, earlier this year in February, I guess they were out having a good time together, he and his wife. He got a little too drunk. And so in the parking garage, and this is in Orlando, I guess maybe they were visiting, but he was in a parking garage and probably had his car running because they were passed out. And in Florida, if you have your keys in the ignition, then your car is running, then that is the same as a DUI. But if you're just sleeping in your car and the keys are not in the ignition, I don't know how it works for a Tesla, because a Tesla senses your phone, it knows you're there. So I don't know how that would work. I don't know how the law is written specifically, but he ends up getting arrested. And so he wanted to go to trial, and then his wife is like freaking out the whole time, and he's just calm, cool, and collected. Even though his wife's like, ah, because if he gets found guilty, he could end up going to jail. So he was willing to get a jury of his peers. So let's see what happened. So what happens when you get caught passed out in your car in Florida, and you got your keys in the ignition? That's the same thing as driving. Just because it was in park doesn't matter. So he says, hi, Coach Corey Wayne. Thank you for all the help over the years. Your tools help grow me into a better person. I've been with my wife now for 5 years, 3 of them being married, and the marriage has had its challenges, but overall it's been a happy one. We go on one date at least once a week, and I'm still the same person I was before we got together. Yeah, if you don't date and court your wife or your girlfriend, eventually some other guy will. I want to give your viewers an example of how staying calm during chaos can keep a woman's attraction high. Long story short, I was arrested in February for sleeping in my car. My wife and I were having too much fun, so we decided not to drive home and sleep in the car in a parking garage. Florida sees this as drunk driving. Yeah, I believe the key is that if you have your keys in the ignition, I think if the keys are in the ignition, even though the engine's not running, they consider it a DUI. But if the keys are in the ignition and the car is running, it's definitely a DUI. But I don't know about Teslas, because a Tesla knows that you're in there. So I don't know how that would work. Throughout the process, I took responsibility and blamed myself for drinking too much and getting into this situation. We just got back from Orlando yesterday for my trial, which was a mistrial. The process was nerve-wracking, and I was scared, but I stayed calm throughout the process. Yeah, it's like never let them see you sweat. My wife, on the other hand, had a much harder time. Yeah, she's going to lose her protector potentially. You might go to the big house. With all the uncertainty the past 3 months, I continued with my hobbies. I worked out. I quit drinking. I also accepted I might lose everything, which made me calm, which she could sense. I believe all of this made her even more attracted to me, and I think that not expressing fear of losing her if I were to go to jail made her want me even more. Yeah, because masculinity is calm. You were stoic. You were relaxed. Yeah, you felt fear inside, but you didn't turn her into your mommy or your therapist. Oh, I'm really worried. Oh, my God, I can't sleep at night. Because if you're freaking out about it, what's going to happen? She's going to freak out even more. But if you're calm, cool, I don't know how you could stay so calm. It's like, what can I do? The trial's not for several months. We're going to go. We're going to present our evidence. We're going to present our side. And hopefully the jury will see it our way. That's what he chose to do. I mean, that's all you can do. As I talk about in the book, what does it say? If what you're doing, if what you're saying, or if you're thinking about doing and saying is not going to make you look more masculine, more attractive, more competent, and confident, then keep it to yourself. If you're freaking out over this, go share it with your guy friends. Don't be sharing it with your wife. She's already going to be freaked out enough about it. And so it's not going to help her feel calm and cool and collected if you're freaking out also. Because if you're freaking out, then it's going to make her freak out more. So if she has the perception that you're handling this quite well, well, that's why she's with you, because you're her rock, you're her mountain. You're potentially going to get sent away to jail, and you're like, eh. Like the T.I. song, he's talking about going to jail potentially. He says, let go and let God deal with it. That's what he did. Because people were like, how can you be so calm? You're potentially going to go to jail. No matter what. I think that was the name of the song. It gives me goosebumps thinking about that song. Because he was facing jail for whatever. He ended up going to jail. I think he was on his tour bus or something. He violated his parole, and they sent him to jail for a few years. Or months. I don't remember what it was. But it's a great song, no matter what. Really great song. And so he's facing all this stuff. He says, let go and let God deal with it. In other words, you got to control the controllables. And so in this case, I assume he's got an attorney. He's got his case laid out. And then a mistrial gets declared. So the question is, will the state want to retry and re-prosecute, or will they just dismiss the charges and let it go? I don't know. I don't know that law. Anybody that's an attorney, maybe you guys can slide into the comments and say what you know about Florida law in these particular cases, because that's an interesting conversation. But the point being is this guy's like, I'm not going to let it upset me. I'm certainly not going to let my wife know I'm freaked out about it. He can feel the fear, but he's not going to let her show it, because if he lets her know that he's kind of freaked out about it, it's just going to make her more freaked out. And that's not going to help the relationship. That's not going to help her be more attracted. You want her to be like, man, you're so calm I don't know how you can be so calm. It's like, yeah, I feel fear, but what can I do? Because then down the road, there might be other problems that come along that are even worse than this. Maybe you have kids someday and some shit's going on with your kids or whatever. Or you got a family member that's sick, or maybe one of her family members is sick. And because you're always calm, cool, and collected, you're her rock, you're her mountain. You make her feel calm because you're so calm. That's what you want. You want to set the tone for the household. You've decided ahead of time that you're going to be happy, you're going to be relaxed, you're going to be cheerful, you're going to be grateful, you're going to be optimistic, you're going to have positive expectation that things are going to work out in your favor, even though they may not. But you're still going to have a positive expectation that you're going to get a good result. And that's what women need from you. They're the ones that get all emotional and upset. Don't make your girl deal with your own fears. And so this is absolutely smart and the best way to handle this. And this guy has done a masterful job, I must say, of maintaining his emotional self-control and keeping his fucking mouth shut and not sharing any of this crap with her, because it's not going to help. It won't help her. All it'll do is give her more reason to freak out. So don't freak her out. It's just like the book I wrote about, Cinderella Man, Russell Crowe's character. His wife's freaking out the whole time. I'm not coming to your fight. I'm not doing it. Screw you. It's dangerous. He's like, I got to do it for the family. This is what I do. I'm a fighter. I got to provide for my kids, even if it's dangerous. That's what a man does. He was calm, cool, collected. And what did she do? She listened to the fight anyway, because she supported her man. And the fact that he was calm through all that shit made her feel better, made her feel glad and happy and grateful that she chose him as the man and father of her children. I hope some of your viewers can use this as an example that being calm in any situation will make you more attractive. There's nothing wrong with being scared or depressed during a tough time in life. It comes down to how you react. Proactive versus reactive. I think he says 7 habits. So I'm assuming it's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, I think is a book that he's referencing. So he says, thanks again, and let's go Trump 2024. I'm sure people go, Coach, how can you? I like to have my presidents be able to form a complete sentence and not just go, oh. Anybody saw that debate? That was fucking atrocious. And then seeing everybody in the media at first attack Biden. He's got to go. We got to get rid of him. We got to dump him before the convention. And then, 24 hours later, bulletin goes out. Oh, he looks better than ever. Biden was great. He really held his own. Oh, yeah, that CNN town hall was amazing. He's so sharp. Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, he's good. Trump should be the one to drop out. That's insane. To see the people in the media just jump through their butts to try to dismiss the bad debate performance. And I mean, we've known for years. I mean, even when he was running against Trump in 2020, that's why he didn't campaign, because he's a fucking vegetable. And the media lied. And I love seeing the people in the media going, oh, we had no idea. The White House, they covered it up, damn it. They hid his decline from us. Bullshit. We all saw it. And yet it's amazing to see the people on the left just completely glaze over it. You go, oh yeah, he's totally way sharper than Trump, definitely. It's like, come on, man. Here's it. Roger Simon said, modern liberalism is based upon lying. And it begins with lying to the self. That's so true. Just to see that, it's disgusting. But Trump 2024, bitches. So if you got a question or challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and book a coaching session with yours truly. And if you haven't already signed up for our exclusive members-only content on my website, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website. You get 6 additional video coaching newsletters per week. You get the weekly 3% Man and Mastering Yourself study group with myself, Chunky, and the girls, and James, and our other special guests we have from time to time. Plus, you get the full podcast viewer questions on the days that we film, usually once a week, where we answer the short viewer questions. Typically, we get from the Instagram stories. So you get all those, any special documentaries or interviews that you also get access to that. You can do a 7-day free trial just so you can check out the content. And I highly recommend you choose an annual plan, because with an annual plan, you pay up front and you get a 25% discount for the whole year. You can also subscribe to members-only content on YouTube. There is a link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube to join on YouTube if you just want to watch the videos. And you can also join our members-only content on Spotify if you would prefer to consume the members-only content on Spotify. So go sign up now. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.